Welcome back to West Sound TV presents high school basketball. It's the beginning of the 2012-2013 high school basketball season. I'm the doctor, Doc Parr, Matthew St. Carol on the camera, Kitty Campagna on that other microphone, and we want to welcome you folks watching it live on the KidsAppSun.com and thank them for doing live high school basketball from our community. And for those of you watching it in replay on BKAT, our access system, game number 2 in our doubleheader. And boy, oh boy, Kitty, game number 1 was quite the physical contest.
It had 1 or 2 fouls, would you say, Doc? I don't know how many I finally read were called, but too many.
I think the old Howard Cosell, a plethora of penalties.
Okay. Well, in this particular game, it wasn't as crazy. Olympic had quite a few fouls called, and as you'll notice, number 4 starting again, Quentin Phillips. After he got that second foul, he did not come back into the game in the first half,
right,
and they still have a 5-point lead.
Had him sitting on the bench, and as we get in the third period, it's 32-27, a 5-point lead for the team in blue, the Olympic High Trojans, over the home team, Kingston Buccaneers.
And Doc, you know, they can do that because they had 8 different Trojans score in that first half.
A couple shots off, and Kingston could not corral the board, and so Olympic gets a new shot clock and the inbound. And bringing it on in for the Trojans is Brian Tyson, senior out there for Coach Devin Huff. Number 21 is R.J. Neal. 50, Andrew Hammond.
I have not figured out how their helmets fit on a couple of these guys in football.
And there is Quentin Phillips. His shot's off, but he gets his own rebound, and he's going to get fouled and get a trip up to the free throw line to begin this third period.
I think they're going to take that one out of bounds because it was after the rebound.
Yep, you are correct. Our referee is standing out of bounds with the ball.
Yeah, Quentin's trying.
Yeah, he moved up to the free throw line.
I will stand on this free throw line until you throw it to me.
So inbound to the Trojans, and they'll work it in. Oh, nice block, and coming out is KT Deem with it for the Buccaneers. So and the Bucks have Rapido starting.
I think he earned that after his great shot at the end of the half.
KT Deem with it now for the Buccaneers. Tightly guarded out there by Phillips. No, the three-pointer for Hans Schippers. So the big guy can hit that long shot.
That's his second three-pointer. He had 10 points in the first half to lead all scorers, and now obviously up to 13. High scorer for Olympic was Terrence Mosley with 6 and Michaela McInnes with 6.
Both of them coming in off the bench. Oh, nice takeaway by Rabideau. And Rabideau will take that shot quickly. No rebounders underneath, and brought down by Olympic.
Tyson going to go ahead and take a deep one.
He'll try the deep one. Schippers with the rebound. Well, I guess I'll dribble.
Maybe not.
There were no guards there to help him out for a moment.
There was KT Deem, but he was just being
doubled or tripled.
I think it was just Quentin Phillips on him, but followed that closely.
2-point lead for the Trojans, and it does look like this is going to be a shooting foul for Henry English.
Henry had 3 points in the first half. He was 1 of 2 from the line.
Yeah, first one goes down.
And that is the 3rd foul on Kyle Sutton. So.
And let's see, is he still out there? Yeah, he's still out there. They brought Tyson off.
So maybe I'm looking at, maybe it was Tyson and it just didn't get put up yet.
Yeah, Mosley in the game. All right, 2 ties it up, 32-32 here at the beginning of the third period. Quentin Phillips with it. Nice screen out there.
Some good energy on the guys in blue.
Working it around. The outside shot is off. And Schippers, another big board. He's not letting the guys block him out.
No, he has had great position on all those, and when you're that tall, that certainly works well for you.
And that ball will stay with Kingston.
Scott Evans working the baseline down there as the referee.
Henry English will bring it in. Way out front to KT. KT will try the three. That one's off, but Rabideau with the board works it into Shippers. Shippers working deep in the paint. Oh, that's a big man playing. Beautiful work by Shippers.
That is a big man move. That was beautiful. He's already up at 15 points.
And the Buccaneers take the lead back, 34-32. Uh-oh, whistle blows. We got a little too much action on the inside by Rabideau, I believe, is going to get tagged with that one.
Bo is a junior. His brother Cole, the freshman, also listed on the team.
And yes, indeed, it is going to be tagged to Rabideau. It's only his first. And a couple new guys coming in, including Isaiah Ellis Dubose, who had a good round 4 Olympic when he came in last time.
Oh, and Jordan Samuel only had 2 points, but he had several attempts close at the basket.
Mosley over to Neal. Phillips with it. He's got Rabideau on him. Drive into the iron. Uh-oh. The big man says, not in my neighborhood.
And you know, his neighborhood likes that when he does that.
Yeah, the crowd appreciated that work.
This is a pretty full gym this
Shippers.
evening.
Good crowd on a Wednesday night here in December. Oh, good inbound play, and it's Isaiah Ellis Dubose with that one. And once again, the Trojans showing that full court pressure. Takeaway. Mosley maintains the possession. Great pass to Samuels for the layup, and it's a 2-point lead now for Olympic. That full court pressure has been paying off for Coach Huff, and this one's going to be maintained by Kingston.
Went off a foot of Mosley.
I don't know if you're going to get it in with 2. They get it across court to Rabideau and get it across half court. English will drive the glass. He gets blocked by Samuels at least once, maybe twice.
Second time Samuel takes it out of bounds.
Henry will bring it in.
Just a little bit of athleticism.
5 seconds. He's got to find somebody, and he does. Gets it into Connor Wall. Rabideau out front along with KT Dean.
Dangerous pass on that last one.
KT with it.
Neal not letting him past him, that's for sure. Full body contact right there.
Shippers to KT. KT will take the 3. Count it! And the Buccaneers up by 1.
KT in double digits now with 11 points.
3:30 left to go here in the third quarter.
That was run well, where they were able to free up Dean, but because Shippers is dangerous from that 3-point line as well.
Neal over to Mosley.
Everybody sagging down towards the baseline.
Oh, good drive by Phillips. Won't go down, though, and Phillips comes away with it to put it back on the offensive rebound. He's going to go for the steal, but Kingston gets it out and across half court. English out to Shippers. He'll try another 3. Count it for the big guy. 6'5", and you can shoot a 3. That's good.
He's feeling it tonight.
Oh, inside.
Should be good.
Jump ball is the call.
Had to be
possession arrow in favor of Kingston.
Either the jump or the travel, and I thought the jump was the proper call.
Or possibly 3 seconds.
I don't think they had enough time for that.
Oh, look at that double team on the D. And it's going to be a timeout by Coach Conley. And I really like the Trojans double team has been in very good spots on the court. Either the corners or up between the half court line once the team gets it across on the sideline. Very smart play on throwing the double team.
Well, because then it becomes a triple team. That line is as if it's a third defender. So they have been well coached on that. That we've haven't mentioned, I think you have mentioned the other coaches at Olympic, Jerry Hurd and Nate Suggs.
Yep.
And then for Blake Conway, he also has Daniel Waldron and Dave Cox. And we know that they have other volunteers who help out during the season.
And we're already at the 2:30 mark here in number 3. A quick third period.
40-38.
2-point lead for the Buccaneers, and they'll have the inbound. And again, Coach Huff has put an emphasis, I would say, on D.
Which is really good to see.
Yep.
Because these guys are so skilled and they love the offensive part of it because they're so fast.
Oh, good pass inside by Connor Wall to Hans Shippers. And like you said, Hans is feeling it here in the third period.
And we talked about he's not weighty.
Nope, but he's got that 6'5" frame.
He moved himself
yeah, I was going to
position.
say, he's making good moves here. Mosley over to Neal. Or Jay with it. Tries to get it inside. Errant pass, and Kingston comes away with it. Up 42-38. Under 2 minutes to go in the third period. And ball gets knocked loose, and Olympic comes away with it, and they're going to tag a foul to Rabideau. That'll be 3 team fouls for Kingston, only 1 on Olympic so far this period.
So, Doc, you can see through that backboard better than I can. I tell you, I keep trying to figure out who was fouled and what, but half the fun.
Yep.
Really some hard play out there right now. You look at Shippers, he is kind of holding his side, looking a little tired, but I'm certain he doesn't want to come out. In fact, I have him at 20 points.
And this game is played on 12-12-12. Oh, good play inside by the Trojans, but they can't convert. Seddon could not put it down, and Kingston comes out of there with it.
Double screen.
Yeah, I was going to say. Oh, and KT will take advantage of that and put 3 on the board. 45-38 lead now for the Buccaneers. Into Phillips. Or no, excuse me, that was Samuel. Oh, and Samuel gets it back. And they're going to call a foul. I think this one's going to go against the big guy. And KT there giving him a little talk.
He talks at his armpit, but I think he can hear him.
That was one thing I liked last year about KT. Even as a junior, the other guys really had a lot of respect for him.
Well, we've said his name since he was a freshman,
yep.
So they were understandably so.
And the first shot for Jordan Samuel is off. Under a minute left in this third period, and we got some new players coming in for both teams. Coach Conley is going to give Hans a little extra rest.
Not a bad idea. There's
and KT.
Chikiti in there.
And that one goes down for Samuel, but a whistle blow. Oh, it's going to be just a new player coming in, and it will be Tyson replacing the shooter, Samuel.
Now, what Samuel did so right on that was make it, because it gave them an opportunity to set up that full court press.
And Henry English bringing it across for the Bucks. They'll work it around outside again. That's Rabideau. That's Connor Wall.
When KT Deem is not out there, someone else is.
Oh, English's shot is off, but he gets his own board on the baseline. Second shot off, and this one's going to go to the Trojans.
Yeah, that looked like that went off number 20, Mitch Sagdahl.
Sagdahl in the game for Coach Conley, along with Tyler Shuey. Shot clock is off. Let's see if Olympic will hold for the final. 20 seconds. Whitten was thinking about it. He's driving the baseline, tried to dish off, but Kingston comes away with it. There's 7 seconds, and the double team. Connor gets across. He takes the jumper on the fly, and unfortunately won't go down, and Rabideau's putback was after the triple zeros. And so at the end of 3 periods of play up here in Kingston, the Buccaneers have taken the lead, 45-39 over the Olympic High Trojans.
Wow, what a rapid third quarter and a lot of points scored. 45-39. The Kingston Buccaneers only had 27 coming in at that point, and they have gone from 5 points down to 6 points up.
And you know, the beginning of that period, I really liked Hans Schippers. He really turned it on, not only hitting those outside threes, but working down low like a big man.
Well, he had 10 points in that quarter. And it was, because if you can hit threes, and then he had so many rebounds as well. And it's not just that height differential, because we saw it was Ebony Harps that in this previous game, she was not taller than the girls around her, but she had such great position that she kept getting rebounds. Hans has both.
Yes, and any of the great rebounders from the NBA, like Paul Silas or Rodman, aren't the tallest or the biggest guys. Well, Paul was pretty big.
Rodman was just flat out strong and crazy.
But it was strength, but mostly positioning. Rebounding is about positioning. Here we go, number 4 underway, and the Trojans with it. Down to Quentin Phillips. That shot's off. Schippers with the board for the Buccaneers. KT back in the game, pushes it quickly, but he's double teamed once again and finally gets the ball off to Rabideau. Nice pass by Rabideau to English. English gets fouled, and he'll get a trip to the free throw line. You know, Henry English got a little bit of playing time last year. Not a whole lot, but he has really looking good this year, and he's only a junior.
You can see that in him. You can tell that he's got some confidence, and he is the one who's been helping out on this press, and they've been doing a much better job.
Well, like you said, if KT has to go out, then they've got to have somebody else take over, and it's either going to be Connor Wall or Henry English. That shot's off. The Bucks up by 6, 45-39. And English will get a chance for one more. Count it.
That one's good.
46-39, 7-point lead for Kingston, just underway in the final period. Oh, long outsider, count it for 3 for Caleb McInnes.
He got warm in that first half, had 6 off of 2 threes, and that's all he shot so far, I believe.
Rabideau's pass intercepted, and a drive to the glass. And that would be Caleb McInnes going to the free throw line, and the foul will be tagged to Henry English.
That was a rough foul, but it was clean.
You pretty much had to.
It was the only way he was making
sure. Or he was going to make those 2. Now he has to earn it, as they say. Only 2 fouls on Henry. First one's good for McCaleb.
That puts him into double digits with 10 points.
Second one's good. 46-44, a 2-point game here. KT with it, crosses half court.
That's
over
impressive.
To Schippers.
This is why someone has to come. You need to come to these games, because as good as we can show you, until you watch the speed in person, you won't appreciate it.
Rabideau doing a nice job of getting his defender off his feet. And another 3. This time it's Connor Wall.
Those are Connor's first points of the game. He has been pretty silent, not even taking shots.
Olympic works it around. And Sentinel try. Shot is up, and rebound out front to Schippers. And it's a fast break. Oh, the Trojans almost got the possession, but the foot on the baseline. So Kingston will bring it in. Up by 5, 49-44.
Nice double team on that, and without the foul.
English will inbound. Connor with it into the paint. He'll take the jump shot. Shot is up, ball on the floor, and Olympic comes away with it. And Rapido's going to get tagged with that one.
That's got to be it. That might be his 4th foul, actually.
Bo Rabideau. And it looks like Coach Conley is going to make a substitution there.
Mitch Sagdahl back into the game.
3 for Bo.
Like I said, you can see through that backboard better than I can.
Bo knows 3 at the moment. 6 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in the game. And a 5-point lead for Kingston, but the Trojans with the ball. Quentin Phillips.
Tyson open underneath, but hard to find him. That is a tough pass.
Phillips driving the paint. Count it! And he'll get a trip to the free throw line.
Hang time on that. Did you watch that, Doc?
Yep. Very nice.
Very difficult to create your own shot when you have 4 guys on you.
And that foul will be tagged to KTD, and that's only 2, but it's 17 fouls now on Kingston.
And that was Phillips' 10th point.
Oh, nice steal and takeaway that time by Mosley. And another foul. That'll send Olympic back up to the free throw line where they could tie it up.
Looked like a fairly clean block, but must have gotten him with the body. Nice play by Mosley. First the steal, then the opportunity. He, instead of taking it directly to the basket, he saw the open man on the side.
Caleb McInnes up to the free throw line. First one's good.
Perfect from the line so far tonight. 3 of 3.
Oh, if he makes this one, we're tied up.
With 5:49 left in this game.
Shot is through, and it is 49-49.
Kingston fans doing a really nice job of being obnoxious on the free throw. you gotta like it.
Well, that's part of the fun of coming to these games live is getting into it. KT Dean kicks it out to Connor Wall. Connor's shot is off and picked up by the Trojans. Mosley will push it up the other direction. And timeout, Coach Huff. Boy, this has been a nice ball game.
Well, I look away 2 seconds to make sure the computer's going right. And 2 baskets are scored. But this is a great ball game. We're seeing a lot of tough defense and just some smart play out there. Not real sloppy, you know, considering how tight that defense has been. I'm impressed.
You know, we talked earlier, too, about parity in the Olympic League, and so far we have seen it in the last few games.
Well, we have Bremerton leading the league at 4-0 right now. Olympics right behind them at 3-0. And I know that Squim's 2-1, but that's a mean 2-1. They've played some very good games.
And as Coach Conley said, look out for this Kingston team in January.
I'd never count out Kingston. It's just not a smart thing to do.
Yeah, I just wish Coach Ornessa's Bainbridge team was in the Olympic League. I'll say that right now.
Let's move. I know. Now that since he was here doing some
Coach
scouting, he's one of our favorites.
But that would be great. And I understand that Bainbridge people think they live in Seattle.
Well, and it really does give them some great exposure. So we understand those things.
Olympic will work it around the outside. And that three-point shot's off. Rebound, though, goes to the Trojans. Ball knocked loose.
Ooh, Seton hit in the face. I'm not sure they even see that he's down.
Connor Wall comes out there with it. No timeout. And as soon as Olympic gets the ball, timeout is called. But, yeah, they should have called that one a lot sooner.
Yeah. And, in fact, it had just as soon as Kingston started heading that way, I saw Seton go down.
And Coach Huff out there along with their trainer. At the 5:01 mark here in the final period, we're all tied up at 49-49, but Kyle Seton down on the floor. And they're helping him up. And I don't know that he's going to be able to come back in. He may have had a his bell rung.
Yeah,
as
you
they
really,
say.
they will check him
You
very
gotta
well.
check for the concussion. He got whacked pretty good across the face there. I don't see a bloody nose, but he's back behind the bench with the trainer.
We don't have their trainers listed on the listing I got, so I don't know who they are exactly, but boy, they certainly earn any penny they get out of this.
That's for sure. Under 5, and the Trojans with the ball. Game all tied up, and a long three-pointer takes care of that for number 24, Michaela McGinnis. Puts the Trojans up by 3.
When Quentin Phillips is such a weapon.
And there again, that full court press paying off for the Trojans, and Phillips will get a trip to the free throw line. I really like the way that they waited on that press, that double team at least, until KT got across the half court line. And then as soon as he was over in this corner between half court and the sideline, double team on the D. Very nice job, and that forced the turnover.
Phillips missing his first one. Three-point lead right now for Olympic.
And the second one will go down, and the rebound pulled down by Hamill. Quickly up court to English. He'll kick it back out, and Buccaneers will go to the half-court game. KT with it.
Full extension on this defense.
Over to Henry.
You are not ever given a break.
KT tried to drive the paint, and Olympic kind of comes away with it, and finally a jump ball is called. And possession arrow in favor of the Trojans.
Right idea by KT to drive and then dish it off to his big guy, but the pass was just a little bit low. When you are 6'5", you need it higher than at your knees.
Well, plus the fact he had 3 guys in blue around him when he was trying to make that
pass.
True. 4 minutes left to go in the game.
Oh, number 50 continues to move on that screen, so they might catch him yet.
Olympic up by 3. Mosley with it. He'll drive the paint. Nice block by Hamill, but the Trojans have maintained possession, but only 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Mitch Sagdahl doing a nice job in there as well. Now I'm making up something because he's not even out there.
Tyson inbounds it to McGinnis.
I think it was Hamill, so I'm agreeing with
Phillips. And a drive in. Shots off. Good board by Hamill. For the Buccaneers, he gets it to Connor Wall. Connor takes it across half court. Shippers with it now, out to KT. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Good screen by Hamill. English with it, tries the drive, ball knocked loose, so he'll start over again, and timeout.
No, actually we're gonna have a foul on Terrence Mosley.
Oh, okay. Which gives a new clock, shot clock to Kingston.
And there are only 3 fouls on Olympic this.
That's what it says. And 9 on Kingston. One more and they're in the double penalty. Shippers with it, plenty of time, 30 seconds on the shot clock, 3 minutes, 10 seconds to play. English, KT. Ball knocked loose from behind, and that should be Kingston's ball, and it is. Now only 20 seconds on the shot clock. 3 minutes and 4 seconds on the game clock. Way out front to KT. Oh, look at that. Nice D by McGinnis. KT gets it again. Double team, so he gets it over to Connor.
I swear they can feel that screen. They're able to go around it.
Nice shot by Connor Wall. Drive into the paint. A classic stop and pop for 2. Connor Olympic still ahead by 1.
All 5 points of Connor's this half.
2.5 left to go in the game.
Crowd calling for defense.
And there's the shot by number 50. That would be Hammond. And they're going to say Olympic will maintain possession. And it's a new shot clock, it looks like. And they want Coach Huff wants Phillips to bring it in. And he does into Tyson. Out front to McInnes. Phillips to a breaking McInnes. Nice D by Kingston, forces it back outside.
Andrew Hammond getting the ball a couple of those times, but passing it back out.
Drive in, jump shot is off, but Olympic with a huge rebound by Hammond. Oh, McInnes goes to the paint. He's got some room. Shot off, and oh, the Bucks come away with it. Under 2 minutes to go, a 1-point lead for the Trojans. And now there is a timeout by Coach Conley.
And Coach Conley is looking for a foul or two.
1:44 left to go in the ball game. And the Trojans from Olympic High School lead the Kingston Buccaneers 52-51. This is a fun ball game.
Well, did we not say at halftime, although it was a big 5-point differential, we thought that this game was going to go down to the wire, and it certainly is proving to be that kind of game.
It is indeed. And you know what we have not seen in this fourth period is Hans Schipper.
He has not scored.
Has not
You are correct.
scored or really been in the rebounds.
Well, Kyle Hamill's taken up some of that slack. He's done a nice job. He's gotten a couple of those rebounds recently, and maybe it's a rest. They've been trying to get it into Shippers, but less successful.
Well, and again, it goes back to the Olympic High defense. Their defense is just pretty amazing for the high school level.
They are so quick as part of it, but you watch their feet. Moving. They are moving the way they should be. The thing that I marvel at is when they're setting, if it's a single screen, they seem to sense it and move around it. And part of that is that some of those Kingston guys are pretty thin. And so a single screen isn't much. It was that double screen that worked to get Deem open the one time.
Hans Schipper's inbound for the Buccaneers. Look at this. There's 4 guys in blue back there with the Buccaneers. They get it into KTD, man. He's guarded by Quentin Phillips. Gets across half court. There's Hamill.
Remember, Phillips took pretty much that entire second period off, so he's got a lot of energy to give at this. There won't be any shooting yet because that's only the 4th team foul.
And I don't think any individual player in real foul trouble at this point. That one is tagged to Hammond, who has 2. Uh-oh! Oh, they're going to call Hammond with it. I didn't know about that, how that would go.
Everybody in blue tried to call the travel, but that whistle came before the travel. It did come with what he considered a foul that caused the travel.
And they're sending KT up to the free throw line.
So I guess he was shooting. Did you ever actually see that go? I did not see it released.
Number 1 ties it up. 52-52, 1:25 left to go in the game. KT Deem can put the Buccaneers back on top.
15 points for Deem.
Second one's good, and the Buccaneers up by 1. Phillips with it for the Trojans. Mosley over to McInnes.
Quentin Phillips working without the ball now. He has it at the moment, but he actually gave it up to the other guards.
Hammond back out to Mosley. Out front to McInnes.
12 seconds on the shot clock.
Ooh, patience here by Olympic, but you don't want too much patience.
And now 3 seconds on the shot clock.
And you better take that half-court shot. Quentin does off the glass, and they're going to call a shot clock violation because it did not hit iron.
That is correct.
But Quentin had his eye on that clock and got it off in time.
I'm impressed because sometimes you just lose focus on that.
Full court pressure by the Trojans. Connor Wall. Oh, Shippers almost got it taken away from him, but gets it over to KT.
Sometimes it pays off that KT's a little tinier. He can just kind of slip under these people.
Out to Connor, back to KT. KT directing traffic. Look at Phillips. Oh, he did a nice move. And the rebound to English. And they're going to call a foul on I believe it's going to be Hammond.
On the shot for English.
Oh boy, 15.9 seconds left to go in the game. 1 point lead at Henry English. Would go up to the free throw line for the Kingston Buccaneers 4-2.
That's brought about by Dean's drive and then awareness by English for that rebound.
Oh, nothing but net.
No pressure here, none. What'd you say, 15.9 seconds remaining?
Yes.
Hamill takes a seat.
Rabideau back in.
He's been tough on defense. If he makes it, I think we're going to see a timeout.
Ball is off, and Rabideau keeping it alive for the Buccaneers. I guess that's why Coach Conley brought him in.
That must be it, Doc. He's looking genius right now, isn't he?
And with 10.9 seconds left in the ball game, going up to the free throw line will be KT Deem for the 1-and-1.
10.9 seconds, plenty of time. You can't let Olympic have that. If you miss, you better be.
Possession game.
Correct.
Oh, KT makes it a 3-point lead. Now, if he makes this one, it becomes a 2-possession game with 10.9 seconds left.
Coach Conley can't look.
And timeout.
That was the timeout Coach Conley wanted last time, but now he got it.
Going to say Coach Conley calling that timeout, not Coach Huff. I think Coach Huff was almost ready to.
If it hadn't, yeah, it might have gone the other way as well. But 10.9 is still enough to, they don't need the 3-point. Whoa.
They just changed it to 9.6.
I don't know why they did that, and maybe they'll check that.
Our referee going over there because time should not come off the clock on a free throw.
No, and no rebound. So
well, okay.
I don't think it starts again till the throw in. Yeah. So Daryl Derringer
and they put it back to 10.9. Oh boy, this has been a fun ball game.
You aren't kidding.
56-52, a 4-point lead for the Kingston Buccaneers up here in their own gym. And the Olympic High Trojans, who come in undefeated in league, are down by 4 with 10.9 seconds left to go. And I'm sure Coach Conley is saying, whatever you do, do not foul the 3-point shooter.
Yeah, do not foul the 3-point shooter, because then we could be looking at a tie. I don't like it when they don't put a little pressure on him up here, or they just let him. So I think that they are going to put some pressure on him at this end. Deem is 6 of 6 from the line tonight. So, and those last 4, especially those last 2, really huge.
And here we go. Last 10 seconds. It's Mosley with it, driving quickly through the paint. Count it for the layup. 5 seconds. And now Coach Huff calls the timeout. Oh, Coach Conley wants...
Not sure what he's yelling for.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Because it should have been a dead ball.
Oh, so he wouldn't want more time on. I'm not sure what's going on. Those are Mosley's first points of this half. He's got 8 points.
But they bring it to within 2 of the Buccaneers with 4.2 seconds left to go.
And, you know, they did a good job of not fouling, but they also did, as you call it, the Olay defense and just kind of let him go past.
2 points didn't matter.
Not desperately, but... Yeah, well,
at that moment.
They've got to get this inbounds in. And
I was going to say, now 2 points does matter.
Oh, certainly.
Because that would tie it up. And with the defense we've seen tonight out of the Olympic High Trojans, this is still anybody's ball game.
They have extremely quick hands. I'm sure that Coach Conley is working out some sort of inbound play just to get it in.
And all 5 guys in blue down here on this end of the court.
And I don't know if that was a 30-second timeout or why the Blues are out and the others aren't. Nobody seems to be saying you got to be.
But yeah, Coach Huff had his take it away. That was his coaching. Get a man and stick on him. This will be great to see what the setup is. It looks like they're going to have man-on-man, so everybody will be covered individually.
I wasn't sure that they would put someone on the inbounder. Quite
Right.
often you will double team others.
That's correct, but it looks like Matheny is going to take Connor Wall, who will be bringing it on in. 4.2 seconds left to go. Kingston up by 2 and with the ball. Here we go. 5 seconds to bring it in. And a quick foul. That took a few seconds, actually.
How could that possibly have taken 2.5 seconds
I think
or
they're
2
going to have
seconds?
to correct that. I would say maybe a second. Then they'll put it back to 3. So going up to the free throw line for the 1-and-1 will be KT Deem.
And so how huge is that they're able to actually get it into Deem? I think I might have double teamed Deem and forced somebody else to be the one to shoot this.
Instead of put the defender on the inbound?
Right.
Yep.
Since you didn't have
another possibility.
You didn't have
right.
a tall, maybe if you'd had Tyson there jumping up and down, that would have been a difference. But he had to be on, obviously, a taller Buccaneer.
KT Deem up to the free throw line. 1-and-1.
And he doesn't make it.
Miss it. And so quick timeout. And there again, a quick shot clock. 0.3 of a second.
That was probably
I guess
right.
that's
It had to
reasonable.
come off of the. But that is his. I did mention that he was perfect from the line prior to that, but not my fault. I promise you.
We have 2.7 seconds left in the game. A 2-point lead for the Kingston Buccaneers and the Olympic High Trojans with the leather in the inbound. But it will be way down at the other end of the court where they'll inbound it.
True. It is not one where you can dribble a whole lot and get it done. Definitely we're going to see a little bit more pressure this time. I did like that they had Hans Schipper down at this end so that he would be able to intercept a long pass and
and also guard the basket, the big
right.
man guarding the basket in that case. Now with 2.7, you pretty much have either got to have a long throw-in
yes.
or plan on taking a half-court shot.
And you know what that half-court shot does? If it goes in, it wins it.
That's correct.
Because it's a three-pointer.
That's correct.
So I think
all right, 2.7 seconds left to go in the ball game.
And Olympic is out of timeouts from, if that is correct, up on the scoreboard. So if they can keep them from...
TOLs are gone.
Coach Conley just yelling, I need some of you back.
And there it is, 1.5, and the long shot. Count it! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
No!
Oh, my goodness.
He is being mobbed.
Oh, my
Wow.
goodness. Brian Tyson with the three-quarter shot. That would have been worth 4 in the ABA. Oh, my goodness. What a way to end the game. The Kingston fans are stunned.
Stunned is the proper word.
I don't blame them, but what a job by Olympic High to hang in there, work that clock right down. And what a shot. That is just one of the most remarkable endings to a high school game I've seen in, the 27 years I've been doing it?
You know, Doc, I had just said if they make that, it's going to win it. But it was from three-quarter court, and
Yep.
it beautiful form. The man did not defend because he didn't want to foul on it. You can't, I mean, he was close enough. He had a hand up. But Tyson, that's going to go down in his memory of a lifetime.
I guess 57 to 56 with less than 3 seconds, 2.7. 2.7 left to go. Olympic gets the inbound and a huge, incredible three-quarter shot by Brian Tyson to put Olympic, leave them undefeated in the Olympic League.
Parity, because
man.
Kingston had that game won.
Yep,
they
they
didn't
did.
have it won, but they played a great game. I really liked the way they came back. They were down, and they never got down. They had the lead and had maybe that one free throw gone down. They'd be tied right now, and we'd be going into overtime. But wow.
Yeah, wow is about all you can say ultimately. It was an excellent high school basketball game early in the season, too. We're only about 3.5 weeks in. And that was just one fun ball game. I'm glad
definitely.
we were able to bring it to the community live on the KidsAppSun.com and in replay on BKAT. Well, like I said, next week we're going to take a little break for the holiday season, and the Cordsman program will be on BKAT. After that, we've got that big Narrows League doubleheader as the South Kitsap Wolves, girls and boys, travel to Silverdale to take on the Central Kitsap Cougars. Boy, this is starting out to be a pretty good look at high school basketball season, Kitty.
You bet, Doc. 2012 and what's going to happen in 2013.
Yes, indeed. Well, we want to thank Matthew St. Carol for doing the camera for you tonight. Kitty Campagna, the producer, and other person on the microphone, as well as streaming it tonight over the KidsAppSun.com. And I'm the doctor, Doc Parr for West Sun TV, saying stay tuned. We will see you soon.